have the next panel take your positions, I'd like to say that this is a particularly innovative panel, and this is really put together at the suggestion of Nikos Tsakos. Of course, we have Captain Tsakos here, who is the founder, the pioneer, the big supporter of everything happening in the group. And also, he's the heart between the project on maritime education. So the idea is we all talk about shipping all the time. We talk about finance, we talk about shipyards, we talk about everything else. But at the end of the day, it's the people who man the ships, who run the ships, and having the seafarers with us, I think it's something particularly special. So, Captain Panagiotis, thank you very much to you, to Nikos, and to Venetia for putting together this excellent panel, which will now give us the opportunity to see how seafarers, how they are educated, how they perform their duties, and what they think about life on board. So thank you. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Andreas Zarnavelis. I am the DPA and HSQ-Manager of Tsakos Shipping and Trading. I would like to thank the organizer for giving us the opportunity to participate in this panel. It is a pleasure for me to welcome today's session our innovative thing where we shine a spotlight of the next generation of maritime professions. These young cadets are stepping into a dynamic and demanding industry, not only with technical ambition, but with vision, passion, and a deep sense of purpose. As shipping continues to evolve, driven by digitalization, decarbonization, and ever higher safety and quality standards, these future officers are already demonstrating the mindset and resilience needed to lead. Today, we will explore their motivation, the challenges they foresee, and the values they bring as they begin the journey at sea. We are also joined by professional seafarers who will share their insight on leadership, mentorship, and the competitive advantages that will shape the future of Greek and global shipping. I will allow a few moments for them to introduce themselves and say a few words about themselves. I will start with the captain of our company, Captain Dimanis.
My name is Captain Dimanis. I began my career in the Tsakos Group back in 2007, so almost 20 years now. I had the opportunity to sail on various types of oil tankers from Panamax, Aframax, Suezmax, and for the last 3 years I've been assigned to the Tsakos shuttle tanker fleet where I serve as a master. When I'm not on board, I still remain actively engaged with the Tsakos Group as I contribute in developing and educating our colleagues in our in-house training center, Maria Tsakos Training Center in Athens. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Costa. Master Nico.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nikolaos Markou. I began my career in 2007 with the Tsakos Group, where I have had the opportunity to sail on various types of oil tankers. For the past 3 years, serving as chief engineer and exactly on dual-fuel vessels on Tsakos fleet. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Nico. Michail, Petrou.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michail Petrou, and my origin is from the historical island of Salamina. I am currently at my final year at the Merchant Marine Academy of Ashore, and I have successfully completed my first educational voyage on board the DP shuttle tanker vessel, which lasted, owned by Tsakos Group, which lasted 8 months and provided me with invaluable experience, hands-on experience. It is a truly an honor to be today here as a panelist, and I would like to express my gratitude to Ms. Venetia Kallipolitou and to my company, Tsakos Shipping and Trading, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts as a young seafarer.
Thank you, Michail. Unlike other companies, we value the contribution of female in the shipping industry many years ago, so we have a young engineer with us, Fani Hadjidiamadi.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fani Hatzidiamadi. I'm 19 years old and I'm coming from the famous island of Chios. I am at my first student year at the mechanic engineering at the Tsakos Academy in Chios. I'm very grateful to be here with you and it's an honor to be a panelist with this amazing team. Thank you very much.
We thank you, Fani. And our next seafarer, Georgios-Ioannis Pantechakis. Giorgo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to give me this opportunity to be here and the part of this team. I am 80 years old. My name is Ioannis Georgios Pantechakis. I am from the island Crete, from north the Crete Asterousia Mountains. I studied at the Teens Academic Tsakos. I'm in the first semester for electrical electronic department. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Giorgo. Allow me to start my questions now. Capt. Costa, we hear a lot of things today. My question for you is simple as a master. What do you think is the main challenge you have to face as a master on board?
Thank you for this question. There are many challenges ahead of us, but one that I would like to touch on today is how we are now transiting into the AI-assisted tools and the era of digitalization. For example, back in 2011, it was the first time that I was tasked to prepare a passage plan from the captain. So the captain handed over to me the voyage orders. We were in Augusta, Italy, and we should go to Novorossiysk in Russia. It took me more than 4 or 5 hours just to compile the information, to collect all the publications, to lay down the paper charts, plot the courses, transfer all courses, and when I was about ready to go, I had to call the master to verify how the passage plan was. Many mistakes were there, so additional 3 or 4 hours. And this workload was out of my work schedule. Nowadays, what we see on board, we see AI-assisted tools where the navigation officer just clicks the port of origin, port of destination. In less than 30 seconds, he has a passage plan on hand. And this passage plan is live because he can follow the weather, he can have alternative routes, he can see the traffic even in some cases. So the seafarer has to step up. He has to step up and increase the competence in order to be able to verify the information handed over to him so easily. If not, then we risk to be dependent to the AI technology and whatever this brings for us. So we have to focus on sharpening our skills and maintaining our seamanship, our core competencies high and sharp.
Thank you, Capt. Costa. Master Nico, I will lay the same question to you. From your perspective as a chief engineer, what do you see to be the main challenge you have to face in the future?
As a chief engineer, one of the most pressing challenges today is ensuring compliance with increasingly environmental regulations. The shift forward alternative fuels such as LNG, methanol, ammonia not demand only new technical expertise, but also investment in safety and continuous crew training. Training investments are critical to the transition. Specialized courses already cover dual fuel engine operations, bunker operations, emergency protocols, often using simulation-based scenarios to build crew confidence and competence. Another major challenge is the rapid advancement of the telemetry and digitalization. Modern vessels now depend heavily on sophisticated monitoring systems and data analytics. Balancing these technological transitions while maintaining safe, reliable, and compliant operations is continuous and demanding responsibility.
I will now start my first question to my first cadet, deck officer Michail Petrou. Michail, why did you choose this career and what was your inspiration?
I was always felt connected to the sea. What drew me to marine career is, first of all, my love for the sea. Growing up on an island, being part of a marine family, doing canoe kayak sprint and learning how to handle my father's boat, bringing me these experiences brought me close to the sea from a young age. In addition, talking with my father's friend, experienced masters and engineers, and the support of my teachers, they helped me to shape a clear goal, to become a captain on board and to sail worldwide. Our professionals offer limitless opportunities, both ashore and on board. It represents an unstable future for young seafarers, and the Greek shipping industry and the global leadership commitment to safety, quality, and innovations provided a solid foundation for those who are ready to work hard and to grow.
Thank you very much, Michail. Thank you for your points. Fanny, we heard about the female seafarers in the previous panels. Can you share your experience? Why did you choose to become an engine officer?
At 19, I chose to become a merchant marine engineer because I wanted a career that was both challenging and different from the usual path. I was always fascinated by how things work, especially large machines and ships are some of the most complex systems in the world. My inspiration came from two main things. First of all, the global nature of the shipping industry, knowing that almost everything we use has traveled across the ocean made me want to be a part of that vital process. Second, the challenge of entering a field where women are still in minority. It was very serious. I wanted a career that pushes me, teaches me, and takes me places. That's why I chose this path.
Thank you very much, Fanny. George, most of the young seafarers follow the path of a deck officer or an engine officer. You choose to become an electronic officer. Can you share a little bit about your decision?
Yes, thank you very much for the question. First of all, I want to mention that I love the sea and to be part of it, that from the very early age, I did spear fishing and free diving with my uncle. I like this because it helped me to calm in every situation and find me the solution under the pressure. Also, I like to fix things and know how they're working and how they manage to fix them. And they help me to expand my knowledge. That's why I chose to become an electrician, electrotechnical officer, for more specifically. I have the love of the electrical part when I was young. I had my uncle who was the Navy, and more specifically, it was electrician too. And this struck me from the very late age. And I wanted to marry those things. And that's why I go in the... For this reason, I go in the Tsakos Merchant Marine Academy in Chios. But the most people, when they hear about the careers at sea, they know only the engine and the deck officers. But the ETO, electrotechnical officer, is one of the most promising future jobs now on the ships. It is rapidly advanced every day. Day by day, it's very advanced. They very complex and they help you to navigate communication and navigation problems. They expand every day this knowledge in the ships. So I think that the electrotechnical officer is very important of the ships. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Giorgos. Now, I will come back to you, Master Nico. I've always believed that our people are our greatest asset on board. That strong seamanship will remain our key competitive advantage for the challenges that are coming. Apart from that, can you share with us, what do you think other competitive advantage should the owners invest?
I believe ship owners must prioritize two key advantages: investment in green technologies and digital solutions with a strong commitment to training. Green technologies such as methanol and ammonia, dual fuel engines, LNG bunkering, and carbon capture units on board vessels are already being deployed across fleets to reduce emissions and improve fuel efficiency. Together, these pillars drive compliance, operations, efficiency, and long-term competitiveness in today's dynamic maritime environment.
Thank you, Master Nico. Thank you very much. Capt. Costa, we hear the young officers stating that they were inspired by experienced engineers, experienced masters, their teachers. So I will address you one simple question. What is mentorship for a master, and how this process is contributing to the development of the future officers?
Very good. Mentoring. So mentoring. A definition for mentoring is the informal and effortless passing, sharing of knowledge and experiential skills to your team. This is one of the definitions. Since we are here, all of us, shipping executives, and we see many people that really have been on board vessels, I would like you to recall what was the first thing you saw when you were on board. You climbed the ladder, either it is a pilot or a gangway. You step on board on deck and you look back to accommodation. I believe everybody saw safety first and no smoking, if I'm not mistaken. While in the Tsakos group, in every vessel, in every tanker, bulk carrier, container, shuttle tanker, no matter what, you will see three key words. Is trust, tradition, and teamwork. So to build a mentoring culture, the very first, the very basic ingredients are there for us to use them. Another important aspect is that mentoring forms a partnership between two persons. You have the mentor and the mentee. The mentor must be keen to share his knowledge, and the mentee must be keen to learn. Another great benefit that I believe you witness here with us is that we have the chance to have first-class cadets. So this forces us in a good way to pace up, to skill up, and work with them more intensively to ensure that in the next years our colleagues will be good as us and even better. So totally, this will help us drive through. And we don't finish here, we don't stop here. We have different entities. There is the Tsakos Nautical School, there is the teens, so we have the Tsakos Merchant Marine Academy, then we have the Maria Tsakos Training Center. Maybe they sound like different entities, but all of them, they form a community. They form a community, a vivid community, where we see the continuity. We see the cadet, we know where he was, what was the vessel he was on, who were the colleagues who worked with him or with her, and we can take it to the next step. So for me, mentorship is all that.
Thank you, Capt. Costa. Thank you very much. I will come to you, Fanny. We don't hear a lot of women following the engine section as officers. However, you take your chance and you did this. Can you explain us or give us your insight? What was the reaction by your family and your friend? Was a barrier for you to proceed? Thank you.
Thank you very much for this question. It's a question I get very often these days. When I first shared my decision with my friends and my parents, that I want to pursue a career in the engineering department of the Merchant Navy, they were skeptical and they were a little bit worried about me, but they were always supportive with my decisions. So they gently suggested me that life, if I want to be on a ship, life as a deck officer would be easier for me. eventually their support grew stronger because they saw how determined I was to pursue the career I love and do the things I love. So that's how the story ends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fanny. Giorgos, I will come back to you. You will start your journey in teens now. What do you have to advise young persons that would like to follow the path of an electrotechnical officer? What would be the benefit of choosing this career the way you see and the potential that they can reach? Thank you.
Like I said before, the most people, when they hear careers at sea, they only know about deck and engine officers, but the ETO, like I said before, it's very advanced and advances day by day. We don't have a lot of people in electrotechnical ETO, so some of the reasons if they want to go in the electrotechnical officer ETO, it's for the highly automated digital internet from propulsion and power. They have they can help to navigation, the communication, and the environmental systems. And nowadays they rely on complex and electronic infrastructures. Some of the new young seafarers they can specialize in is in the high voltage system, integrated automation and control, and new technologies like telemetry for vessel optimization. This is some of the they can specialize in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Giorgos. Thank you very much for your insight. Hope to help young officers to choose wisely the path. Michail, I will come back to you. You are the cadet that has already completed his first voyage. Can you share your experience on board and what was the things that left marked in your mind from this voyage and this experience? Thank you.
My first voyage started from Brazil. It was an experience full of emotions, as it was the first time that I find myself far away from my home and in a foreign country. There are a few moments that remain deep in my mind, in my memory. In the very first day, when I climbed the gangway, full of curiosity about what I was about to discover. When I stepped on the bridge and I saw all this navigational equipment, I felt a strong desire to learn how all this equipment works. Also, my first operation on FPSO. The approach and loading procedure was something truly unique to me, because I didn't have seen this loading and approach procedure again in my life or in other ships. Also, the night watches during our crossing of the Atlantic Ocean, heading to Portugal. I still remember the endless dark horizon where the moon was the only source of light. It was a magical and unforgettable experience. Finally, the day that I signed off from the vessel, I was overwhelmed by mixed feelings. Sadness, because I will leave behind so many beautiful memories and valuable experiences, but happy because I would soon see again my family and my friends. In closing, I would like to express my gratitude, my deep gratitude, to all my mentors who guided me, stood by my side throughout this journey. First of all, my family and Captain Markou, who is the first captain that I cooperate in my study of marine marine career, and I still cooperate. Captain Konstantinos Dimanis, who is my mentor in the Tsakos Training Center. And finally, of course, the crew of Lisboa. Thanks to all of them, my first voyage became a true experience of a lifetime. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. As we conclude today's panel, I want to express my sincere gratitude to all our speakers and participants, both the experienced professionals and the next generation of maritime leaders. Your insight, stories, your honest reflection have truly highlighted the spirit of seamanship, innovation, the responsibility that defines our industry. What stands out from our discussion is that our greatest asset will always be our people, you. The challenges ahead, whether they are technological, environmental, or social, can only be met with strong teams, continuous learning, and a culture that values mentorship, good seamanship practices. The passions and determination shown by our young cadets, alongside the experience and guidance of our senior officers next to me, give me great confidence about the future of Greek and global shipping. Let us continue to invest to our people, embrace change, uphold the highest standard of safety, quality, and trust. Together, we can assure that shipping will remain not only a vital industry, but also a source of pride and opportunity for generations to come. Thank you all for your participation and commitment. Safe journeys at sea and life. Thank you.